Hello YouTube. Um, I'm up late at night now and I'm watching NFL Network, and I thought that I would give a Madden wish list for Madden 13. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down into the three sections I think are most important: the overall gameplay aspect, franchise mode, and superstar mode, because those are like the main core of what Madden is. I mean, you can do online. I'll probably briefly talk about online, maybe 1 or 2 points. But my wish list is pretty long, especially when it comes to franchise mode. So, alright, here we go. First off, on the overall gameplay, there can't be any suction. I was playing NCAA 12, and that, that gameplay is, in my opinion, so much more superior than Madden. The only reason I traded it is because I'm a huge Patriot and I'm a pro football fan. I don't even watch college football. But that game was just, its gameplay was so superior because there was no suction. I didn't get pissed off as much running the ball, and I wouldn't get bullshit intercepted by people who teleport, defensive backs and linebackers who teleport to make an interception. And there's also no suction blocking or suction tackling in NCAA 12. And I think that's something they need to improve on in Madden, because I don't know why one game has a better gameplay than the other when they're made by the same company. That's just kind of ridiculous. Second one's a no-brainer. I hate the linebackers who jump on one-handed interceptions. That shit's just stupid, especially when my receiver that I want to throw to is probably like 10 yards farther than the linebacker. That's just ridiculous. I also hate when defensive backs know my route, because when I play as the Patriots, and a lot of it is short passing routes that require timing and quick releases. So if I want Wes Welker to run a slant, I need to throw it within 1.5 to 2 seconds, right when he makes that break. I don't want to have to wait, to kind of see, okay, he doesn't know my route, throw. That's just ridiculous. And four, I want improved commentary. I feel like I'm hearing the same thing over and over and over again. Um, I liked what they did in Madden 10, where they had that game breakdown. If you threw an interception, and it would say, "Oh, here's what you were running. Here's what your opponent's defense was. This was the percentage that it would work." And then it would tell you, "Oh, you had an open receiver over here." And that was really cool. That made me feel like, oh, I feel like I'm actually in a game and they're breaking down my play. That was pretty cool. I also, they need to do, this goes into the franchise mode a little bit, but once you get past your first few years and your main people are gone, like once Tom Brady retires, I want them to start talking about someone like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. Also, um, after your first year of franchise, they need to stop talking about Tom Brady's 2010 year when he had 36 picks and, or maybe that 36 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Uh, because after the first year, he gets, I'm like, okay, I already know that happened 2 years ago, not last year, retard. So they need to fix that. They just need to they need to scrap Gus Johnson, because he gets overhyped every time. It gets really annoying. That should only apply to very big, like very key plays or very big plays. I'm now going to move on to the franchise mode, which is my favorite mode. I played that mode more than any other mode in any other game. The first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of free agent bidding. Yes, the new mode that apparently everybody likes, I want to get rid of it because it's not realistic and it's just fucking stupid. People say it's fun. You know why it's fun? Because it's easy. It's ridiculous. You know why it's easy? because as long as you have money, you're gonna get a player no matter what. Let me use this year's free agency as example. For example, I'm pretty sure the Miami Dolphins could have gave Peyton Manning $100 million, Tom Brady money, whatever he wanted. But no, he chose to go to the Broncos because they were a better organization, and they actually had people. So I really don't like that feature. It gives the impression that players only want money, which is not true. I think there needs to be a balance. It needs to be money, um, contendership, talent, location, something like that. Something, a factor besides money. And I think this is just my opinion. I think the free agency process needs to take a few days, but I would love, because I'm all for. I want the world. The reason I buy Madden is to live the life of the NFL, and I feel like the only game that's ever done that for me was NFL Head Coach 2006, 2005. That was the only game I actually felt like I was a part of the NFL, and that's because um, well, that's because when I wanted to sign a free agent and head coach 06, I had to actually call the player's agent. I had to make them an offer. Then they would email me back, or they would do something to respond back to me in a day or two and say, "Oh, we don't like this offer. How about this offer?" And it's kind of a bartering thing. What I would also like is, well, no, we'll just get rid of that. That's okay. But yeah, there needs to be some sort of in interesting thing with free agency, because in Madden's past it's the same thing. As long as you make like the first offer, most often than not they'll accept it, and I just don't. That's just too easy. It's ridiculous. The second thing I need to have is I need to have commentary during the draft. Um, that was a common thing in both head coaches in '06 and '09. They both had, I think it was Mo Kite, Adam Scheffner. I think they were talking about players like, oh, this guy's, he had a good senior year, but some people say he won't make the transition to the NFL. Very risky pick with your second rounder and stuff like that, and that's so important. I just feel like that brings a realism to the game. I don't really care about the people go like Roger Goodell announcing the pick and then going to the podium. I don't really care about that. But another thing revolving around the draft, I want to be in a draft room and have like a draft advisor and stuff like that. Because when you're in a draft room, in NFL head coach '06, you had your phone if you wanted to call other teams to make trades. You had obviously the ticker in the top left corner. It said, "Oh, here's the draft order, the most talented draft picks left, and all that stuff." And it had your draft advisor, and if you didn't really know what to pick, your draft advisor was like, "Oh, I think we should take this guy. He looks like a good fit," or something like that. And that's really cool, because especially in your like sixth, seventh, fifth rounds, if you don't really know who to pick because you're scouting all in the top 4 rounds, then why not? I mean, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Oh, also, most annoying thing in this draft or in this whole franchise was trading. I could not trade 3 first round picks to go up from the 22nd overall to the 15th overall. That is so retarded. I cannot even comprehend. And then, but then I was able to trade Ben Jarvis Green Ellis for a 1st round pick. It doesn't make sense. And with that, you have to fix the trading block, because I feel like, someone's like, oh, Jonathan Stewart's on the trading block. What do they want? What do they want for him? And they say, oh, quarterback, 88 or above, So I'm like, okay, quarterback idiot, look, here, here's my backup quarterback that I've been keeping around for a while. And then you're like, nope, sorry, we're not interested. Why are you not interested? You said you, and this guy wasn't old either. He was like 27. That's pretty, that's pretty good. And they're like, no, not interested. Even though I told you I wanted him, we're not interested anymore. Why not? That's ridiculous. Another thing they need to fix is the weather conditions. I don't know about other teams, but I feel like I play in the rain like at least 80% of my home games at Foxborough. I don't know if this is a glitch, but I feel like there's way too many fucking rain games. Rain games fuck up my passing attack. So you need to fix that shit. Also, okay, one more thing. Oh, this is a big one for me. I want players to be able to hold out, ask for more money. Because, 4 to 5 years down the line, I'm going to get to this point where I'm going to have all these 90 overalls and they're all going to be for dirt cheap. I'm going to have $80 million in cap room because everyone's still going on their rookie contracts for 7 years. I mean, I feel like if you have like 2 great seasons, like a running back has 2 1,000-yard seasons, and he's still going on like 400K per year, he should be able to hold out and ask for millions and ask for big name money. Same goes with quarterback, wide receiver, any position, because that will create realism, and that's what Madden is supposed to be about, realism. And this will also keep the balance fair between you and the other teams, so you don't have a 95 overall and everyone else has a 84 or something like that. Also, I feel like when I play franchise, I'm the only team that's actually doing anything. Well, I am the only team, but I feel like the other teams don't exist. I would like, uh, I'd like the CPU to at least attempt to contact me for a trade or make trades within themselves, because I just feel all alone. I feel like I'm the only team that exists in the NFL, which is it's really weird and it doesn't feel right. Um, Also, they need to bring back the extra point. I don't know why they took it out. As horrible as it wasn't horrible actually. It was actually below average, but even that, it was still pretty good, I thought. But I think they need to add like if a person got a new contract, key injuries, if someone made a trade, like well, more specifically, just do everything that ESPN NFL 2K5 did in their half or Sports Center weekly recap. Just do everything that they did, fine. Um, ooh, this one's also been the whole draft. Since I was talking about the draft process, I think scouting needs to be a lot better because I don't like how I only get to choose a few people for the the combine when I should really be able to see everybody's 40 time and everybody's vertical jump. That's just something that every player goes through. And once again, my big point is for realism. That's just something, you could have people not go to the combine, sure, and I won't really have stats. I'll have, probably vague stats what they did in the regular season or something like that. You just, I, any head coach could just go to NFL.com if they didn't get something and say, oh, he ran a 4.440 time. So, he has around 90 speed or 92 speed or something like that. So, I think the uh, scouting combine, everyone should have to go through. And I think pro days, like in NFL head coach 09, you should have to choose schools, not actual players. You just scout everybody in that particular school. I thought that would be a nice thing to add. And this is just an odd one, but I feel like there needs to be like a team chemistry type of thing, like player morale, I guess. I don't know how to exactly do that, but I feel like that needs to be a part of something. So this is my, this is my Madden wish list for at least franchise. I didn't get to superstar mode. Got a little distracted, but yeah, leave a like, leave a comment of what you want to see in this uh, next Madden if I didn't mention already, and maybe I'll give you a shout out and in my next video when I talk about Superstar. So leave a like, leave a comment, leave a dislike if you dislike me. I don't like me, so I would dislike it. It's up to you. I'll see you next time.